Hi, and welcome to our channel. Today's video is about one of our very favorite Catholic sacramentals, which is holy water.
Holy water is very powerful and there are lots of different uses for it in the church. But today we're going to focus on what exactly holy water is and how Catholics can use it at home.
Yes, you can try this at home.
So let's go ahead and get started.
Okay, first let's look at what holy water is and what it isn't. Holy water is ordinary water that has been blessed by a Catholic deacon or a Catholic priest. It is a sacramental, which is an object or something like a prayer that's meant to draw our minds and hearts closer to God. A sacramental like holy water is available for free at pretty much any Catholic church.
And we know that God doesn't need the physical object to accomplish his will, but he does often choose to work through them. So things like the waters for baptism or the holy oil for the anointing of the sick.
And remember in the Gospel of John, Jesus restores sight to a blind man by making mud and putting it on the guy's face. Now, did Jesus need to use a mud pie to cure this guy? Obviously not, but still he chose to work through a physical object.
So holy water is a very legitimate thing, and a lot of the saints have written about its tremendous power.
But what holy water is not, it is not something like a good luck charm or something that you can just brew on your own at home, like whip up your own batch of holy water. No. We've seen a few disturbing articles online about people who used Catholic methods to make their own holy water.
Just to be clear, only a Catholic priest or deacon can create holy water. God blesses the water through the priest or the deacon.
Now on to the ways that we can use holy water at home. The first way, one that we like to do here, is to use the holy water to bless our electronics, like our phones or our computers, and ask God for spiritual protection when we use them.
So there's a lot of junk and evil online. So when we bless our devices, we ask God to protect us from any evil influences that might come our way via that technology. And you can also bless the workspace where you're using these electronics frequently.
The second way to use holy water is if you have a garden at home, you can bless your garden with holy water. So that's a great thing to do, and it shows your hope and your trust that God will provide for your family.
In the past, this was a very common practice, especially when families were dependent on what they could grow themselves to survive.
So you can bless your garden anytime, but we think the spring is an especially good time to do that, a great way to kick off the growing season. Recently in May, we planted a mini Mary garden and we definitely blessed it with holy water. We need a lot of help.
So number 3 is that holy water can be applied to any hurt or sick area of the body. So you could apply it to a sprained ankle or to sore muscles and ask for healing.
Or if you had a sore throat, you could put it on your throat, or a sunburn, you could put it on your skin. My mother likes to tell the story of a childhood friend of hers who was born with a very large birthmark over one side of her face. It was so large that the doctors advised that she have it removed surgically, but this was back in the day before plastic surgeons were really a thing.
So her friend's parents were not too keen on that idea, so they decided to apply holy water to it instead and ask for the intercession of the Blessed Mother. And sure enough, over time, that birthmark gradually faded on its own.
Holy water to the rescue. All right, number 4, we use this a lot during the summer. Holy water to bless your house when a storm is approaching to keep everyone safe. We live in the South, we get a lot of pop-up thunderstorms in the afternoon, and they can really turn violent with wind and rain and hail. So we just break out the holy water and ask God's protection.
And along those same lines of blessing the house, it is always a good idea to bless any new house or new apartment.
And this can even be extended to your home away from home. If you're staying in a hotel room or a vacation rental, always a good idea, especially to bless those spaces with holy water.
Way number 5 is that holy water can be very useful to parents in several ways.
If you have a teenager who's having a really rough time at home or at school, you can definitely take some holy water into the bedroom once a week or even once a day and sprinkle it around and ask for God's help.
Or you can keep a bottle of holy water handy to use when your child wakes up in the middle of the night from a bad dream.
You could even put some in a spray bottle. We really like this method. And then if there's a monster under the bed, spray some holy water. If there's a noise in the closet, spray some holy water. This can be a very tangible way to soothe a child's fear.
And then when you're done spraying the holy water, you can also use it to bless you and your child.
Number 6, sprinkling holy water around your house, always a great thing to do, but you can also sprinkle it like inside or outside in your yard with a specific intention, and that is to bring spiritual relief to the suffering souls in purgatory.
So we love this idea, which comes from St. John Messias, who was very devoted to the holy souls.
And this would be a great family activity to do during November, which is the month of the holy souls.
And number 7, holy water is great to use when you're at home and feeling stressed or anxious. You can bless yourself and ask for God's peace and comfort.
Or number 8, during times of temptation, you can do the same thing. Say you come home from school or work, you've got a lot to do like housework or homework, and you're just tempted to sit around and do nothing. Well, that's a great time to use holy water, bless yourself, and get back on track.
Or number 9, one of the most common ways to use holy water is to keep it in a font by the door and bless yourself when you go in and out.
And parents can and should bless their children with holy water often. Just trace the sign of the cross on their forehead. That brings many graces and blessings to the child and the family.
So number 10, last but not least, you can use holy water to bless your cars, especially before going on a trip.
Or if you have a new driver in the family.
And then bonus, you can also use holy water to bless your pets.
Bishop Beagle is definitely on board with that idea, and he recommends doing that on October 4th, the Feast of St. Francis. Pagan Cat is getting some holy water here. We figure it couldn't hurt her. She is such a challenge.
So we want to finish up by sharing 2 of our favorite quotes about holy water. And the first one comes from St. Teresa of Avila. She said, "From long experience, I have learned that there is nothing like holy water to put devils to flight and prevent them from coming back again."
And then Blessed Pope Pius IX said, "Holy water has a special power to defend us against all attacks of the devil. When we make the sign of the cross with holy water, we gain each time an indulgence of 100 days.
All right, so there you have it, 10 ways you can use holy water at home.
Let us know down in the comments, how do you use holy water? What is your favorite way?
So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.